every single zodiac sign. Okay, so the way I'm going to do this is like I do the Coffee Time Tarot one. If you guys have ever watched my Coffee Time Tarot, I'm going to get some oracle cards so that way I can get more messages than just one for one person, because there's so many thousands of each zodiac sign. So I want to try to cover as much as possible. And I'm going to tell you right now, March is the month. That don't want to hear me talking. March is the month of action. Okay. And also before I was sitting here contemplating, that's what took me so long. It took me a couple of minutes more to get on. As I was sitting here kind of, because you got to slow your brain down, especially when you're doing something like this, and really just kind of get a feel and vibe what's going on. I can tell you right now, this is one time and one time only that I normally would take and say, don't put the blinders on. But this is a different type of blinder for March, guys, big time. And like I said, during this whole reading, I won't look too much at the feed because I want to get the reading out so it's not so much affected. And then at the end, you guys will just open it up and we'll all talk. And I mean, pretty much not much is off the board, but we're going to keep it in the lines. But the blinders, March, you must have some blinders on. Let me explain why. I always see these pictures in my head. All right, there will be distractions. This is a universal, every single zodiac sign reading, right? So that covers everybody. Keep your blinders on. What do I mean by this? Because you know what? March is the month of restarting. I mean, it's really getting that new beginning. And I've been talking about, and I've been getting this gist and this feel that there is like the kickoff to the football game's already happened. It's just already, it's kind of already getting going, right? But in our minds, a lot of people haven't taken that action. I'm telling you, do not sit on the fence about taking actions that you need to need to change in your life. If you need to take and further yourself in your learning, your schooling, your job, or just within self, do you have stuff that you can work within self about? Okay, really put those, don't let stuff distract you, because I'm telling you, March is going to be a huge distraction. All right, there is going to be many distractions on the outside worldwide. Okay, there's going to be a lot of changes coming. I'm not going to get into detail into those. I get a just feeling for it. But the thing of it is people, and here you go, guys, 10 of wands or 10 of cups. What are you going to choose? Okay, March is going to seem like it's going to come in like, it's going to come in like a lamb. Okay, I feel it's going to go out roaring out like a lion. All right, but the thing of it is people need to keep their blinders on, focused on what is important to their immediate environment. Okay, what can you do for you, your fellow man, friends, family, children, keeping that balance. Okay, because we're keeping that peace within yourself. Okay, so definitely the full moon is definitely coming up on March 7th. That is the worm moon. Now that one, I'm not an astrologer, so I did do a little bit of research before I got on here, because like I said, usually I just go by intuition, but I feel the key dates are a big thing here, because guess what? Pluto in March is marching on back in, and it hasn't been in here for 20 years. And it's going to, and I made notes. I ain't afraid to say I make notes. Okay, it comes back in on the 23rd. No messing around. I knew I was feeling this. The black moon is coming in May 2023. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I have not got all the details about it, but May, around that moon, the black moon, y'all better have your stuff square, focused on what you're doing. Tie up loose ends in March. It's going to be a busy, busy, busy month for everybody. But don't get yourself up into your head to where you get so busy that you withdraw. This is not a withdrawal time at all. This is not a withdrawal time. This is a time to get to work, get your stuff done, get your stuff in order. You got paperwork that's still sitting out there, get it cleaned up. You got stuff in your life that needs to be cleaned up. Get to action. All right, this is the time to plant the seeds that are going to pay off later in the year, March. And I'm telling you guys, I'm doing this reading in February. Double check the date. I've had the 16th of February is when this is being recorded. This is your heads up. So if you've been putting off getting some of your stuff done, work on it now in February, okay? Because it's going to be busy, busy, busy. No doubt, okay? This is the first day of spring. Excuse me, the spring equinox is becoming too. And the spring equinox is the balance between life and death, okay? So the earth goes to sleep in the winter and it wakes up in the spring, right? Well, it's also a time that people need to be, if you need to clean out people, places, and things that you still haven't gotten cleaned out of your life, then you need to go ahead and do this. All right, definitely, because this is about a rebirth. Now, how you go about this rebirth, and it comes every year. It's kind of like it's not going to wipe a clean slate for you, but you have a choice on what you're going to do. If you're sitting on the fence on stuff, I'm telling you, get off the fence, because March is going to blow you away. That's all I got to say. It's going to come in like a lamb, and it's going to go out like a lion. And what I mean by that is it's surrounding us. All right. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Here's another one. Do not keep those. Hold on. Keep the blinders on for what you're doing. Pay attention to what's going on in the external, but pay attention to your work. Do not, and I'm going to tell you this, don't let your mind get away from you. Don't let fear overpower you. Instead, turn that into self-sufficiency, taking care of yourself, focusing on what you're supposed to be doing, focusing on your work, your family. I mean, just really making sure you've got it all together, basically. And really, there's no blinders. And don't see things in rose-colored glasses in March. I'm telling you that right now. Yes, Venus will be in there, but here's the thing. You may be feeling a little bit more amorous, more loving sometimes. There's certain times around, especially around the spring equinox. That just, I mean, look at the animals. It does come out. I'm going to tell you before I get into this reading, I've received quite a few messages. What? Hi, guys. I received quite a few messages before I got on here. But the thing that is you guys definitely, it's action. So if you've been not sitting there, if you've been sitting there and you're like, oh, I'll get around to it another day. I'll get around. No, you need to start on it right now. Clear it out, because March is not, it doesn't have to be, it's not going to be a bad month. It's all in how you do it. Okay. This is general, everybody. All right. So let's see here. Let me see. Me and my notes now. I'm a psychic and I do it by an intuition, but I'm not ashamed that I use notes because I'm not an astrologer. Okay, this one right here, the worm moon, like I said, is coming in on the 7th. All right, it's about optimism, hope, and new beginnings, and it's really taking and really focusing on what, hi guys, on what is especially important in your life. So I'm going to try to keep it, because I am blunt. I'm going to try to keep it off the person section, but I can feel this. Clear out the BS in your life right now. That's what I'm saying. Clear it out. Head clutter, thought clutter. If you've got stuff that keeps coming up that kind of gives you flags in your head, that trips you back to another time, get it dealt with. And the reason I say this, and I do understand this, but this March, you guys need to be seeing clearly all directions, but yet focused on what you're doing. There are squirrel moments are not going to be an option in March. It's going to seem like it's just, oh, it's all good. Coming in like a lamb, not really much happening. And then it's going to go out like a lion. Mark my words. So, and when it goes out like a lion, and it's more of amping up, and you're going to be seeing more of the amping up of people on the external in the world. It's going to happen. Keep your blinders on while paying attention. Focus on your stuff. I can't repeat that as much. Do not let fear get over you, because sometimes everything you see is meant there to distract you from what's really going on. All right, let's get in the tarot reading. And I'm going to start out with oracle cards, because I really wasn't sure how to start this one, because that other reading I was going to do, I was like, no, I'm not going to do that one. This might entail some of it, but this is all about focusing on how to make your world taking and putting into action what you put off. Don't let distractions. That's it. Don't let distractions. Okay. Cleaning up, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritually, clean it up now. Okay. If you didn't get the balance in 2022, now get it now. Get that peace. Find your peace. Do it. All right. Let's see here. Where do I want to start? Is this right? Okay. We're going to see the sunnier side. I did coffee time tarot yesterday, and I can tell you this is going to be going right along with it. And that feels right. Okay. Being an intuitive tarot reader and oracle reader, or anything I can get my hands on to read, I do see signs pretty much everywhere I go. Yeah, Pisces it's all in how you take it. Pisces season could be good. It just depends on how you go about it. Hi, guys. All right. So being an intuitive reader, the number 5 has been showing up quite a bit. And I was thinking universally, what's going to be, not necessarily what's going to go down, because really, seriously, keep those blinders on, but pay attention. All right. Pay attention to what's going on, but pay attention to what's important to you in front of you. Okay. Don't don't get distracted. I will have to have some water while I'm doing this. Okay, so the first card I got was being in the flow. All right, this one, if you guys didn't watch Coffee Time Tarot yesterday, you guys are welcome to. And since I'm doing it in the same week that I did Coffee Time Tarot, there will be a lot of cards that are the same. Okay, being in the flow. Yeah, it's kind of getting your connection. And you know what? The wonderful thing about spring as well, I mean, I don't even, I was looking at the groundhog, and poor groundhog. I guess it didn't make it. But anyway, I do believe spring is going to be coming early. So you guys got stuff in the works. Don't put it off. Just get her going. You got projects. Get your enthusiasm. Get your stamina back. Okay? Get your lust for life back. I'm telling you, get it back. Don't let stuff revealing your radiance. This is what's going to be highly important. This is what you need to be doing in March. And on cultivating prosperity, right? Some of you, it's going to be literal, okay? And you guys will find that out. If you don't know how, and this is not part of the reading, but I will be starting another channel. If you don't know how to garden, I'm about to blow stuff up as far as you guys seeing stuff. All right. I've got some Arkansas, your back hills ways of doing stuff, but I tell you what, no need to, don't get your minds overwhelmed if there's a lack of, and do not have the lack of in your brain. Okay. It's all in how you see it. March, because March is go. You're not going to have time. That's why I wanted to do that in February. I wanted to do this reading in February so you guys have time to kind of, it takes a couple of days for people to process stuff sometimes, really kind of mull over what's important, what do you need to take care of. And even within your life chaos sometimes, or just busy life, so busy you can't breathe, you still have to be working on revealing your radiance. And it's very highly important that you do get balance within yourself. Okay. And then, especially with you guys that have children, I'm going to tell you right now, especially February, March, okay? March is a big one. How you're reflecting on other people, it's going to reflect. Trust me. No matter how they're behaving, be true to you. That's what I got. All right. So we've got being in the flow, revealing radiance, cultivating prosperity. And you know what? Cultivating prosperity is literally going to be not just about cultivating prosperity within spiritual and self. It's actually on the external. And it is time for you to take, and if you've been feeling like you've had a lack of, or you walk into a store and it's a lack of, I'm going to tell you right now, you got it in your hands to change that yourself. Big time. Okay. And that's what you need to be working on. Start researching, figuring out how to get balance. And you don't, because sometimes if you're a lack of and you put yourself in the mental poor state, which I do understand. I understand if you don't have money, I get that. I understand. But here's the thing. You have to reach that balance to get your peace so you can focus on what you need to be doing. If you don't have money in one way, you may be able to cultivate that money in another way, but you can't if your brain is still stuck in that January thinking, right? January, people's heads were spinning. They were just, and it was just kind of like, almost like a cloud was hanging over a lot of people. Spring, it's time to renew. It's time to renew yourself. It's time to not do it for everybody else. And that's the thing. I feel like saying this for some reason. Yeah. Do it for yourself, not for anybody else. Dwelling in your truth. You must dwell within your own truth. Okay. It doesn't matter what everybody else believes around you. You have to find what you truly believe within yourself. And that does include what's going on, your belief system, spirituality. And it also is your belief system on the world. Okay. You need to stick to your guns and what you believe, but do take in all of it spirituality wise. Don't go back. And if you feel it's the right direction, then you stick to it. Okay. Don't let people twist and turn you in March, because remember, if you guys watch Coffee Time Tarot, it's just the slight storm. Okay. There's no need to turn it into a complete tornado, right? Do not. This is about taking the reins and taking control back of your own life. That's what it's about. Dwelling in your truth. I stand in the light of truth, but you're standing in the light of truth, but you're doing it in a way that you're not sitting here and, how do I put this? You're not sitting here and doing it in a 10 of Wands. The reaction is, well, that's what I think. I don't care what you think. Okay. That's a 10 of Wands behavior. Or I don't have enough. I can't do anything. That's 10 of Wands. Ten of Cup behavior, dwelling in the truth. I stand in the light of my truth. Okay, well, I see huh? All right. I see a situation going on. I see multiple situations going on, but I'm going to focus on cultivating my radiance and developing prosperity and learning new things so that way I'm not feeling like I'm lacking of. All right. And being with the flow, because you can't, if you fight against it, that's going to be the 10 of Wands. Right. So yeah, got it. So that is a big one. This is basically with the doing it in February. I'm giving this heads up so everybody can take and focus and sit here and go, okay, well, you know what? If you expect everything bad in the world to go wrong, it's going to. Is stuff crazy around us? Yes, it is. But you must focus and not get distracted by the external BS. And that's what I get. I mean, sure, there's always something coming in our lives, right? So pay attention, but keep your blinders on of what is going to bring you that fulfillment and that satisfaction instead of that lack of. You do not have the time to be getting up in your head and to the point that you get nothing done. Even if you don't feel good, and I do understand this one, even if you don't feel good, there's little stuff you can do. Because and I don't know why I'm feeling like saying this, but if you it's not a lot of people's, and I'm not going to get into health, but a lot of people's stuff, and I do understand this, if you get into the 10 of Wands behavior with it, because it is depressing if you do have some health issues, plus you've got to deal with everything else, and you sit there and it just kind of gets you down. You're not cultivating anything. All right. It's time to change your perspective on how you look at stuff. Sure, it's hurdles that you must overcome. This is in general, whether it's your mental health or your physical health, you must overcome these hurdles and get a balance between yourself so that you're revealing the radiance at the state that you are, how you are, and who you are. And don't let the external try to change you. People, places, for some it's going to be places, events, news, don't let it bog your ears. I pay attention to stuff, pay attention, but focus on your stuff. So I felt like saying that about the health thing because it can also affect your emotional state as well. All right. I was like, wait a minute. I want to say something about those it's not UFOs, for God's sakes. Paying attention to cultivating your prosperity so that there is balance within your life. Okay. The card that was turned over, which is up to you to take and turn over in March, is soaring into joy. Okay. Soaring into, and I said, soaring into joy. Okay. It doesn't mean you have to walk around, how do I put this? This is where I'm almost getting blunt. It doesn't need to, your blinders are off and you're seeing stuff for what it is, but you still find the balance and peace and happiness within yourself. And see, the thing of it is a lot of people, when you get up inside your head, you don't realize at that time that you are radiating that to other people. Okay. Example, say like, okay, fine, I'll use it. Like we had to put down a long-term pet yesterday. And that one really did not feel so hot. But the thing of it is I've always taught my children, and this has to do with this, because you have to look at it in a different perspective or you get lost within yourself. When that went on, I've always taught my children to keep your head balanced. I try to, I try to, I'm not, not everybody's perfect, to sit here and see it in a different light. Okay. See it in a different light. Okay. Remember the good, but sit here. And if you are feeling, whether it's over a loss of pet or people or materialistic stuff, the way I always tell my kids is put a smile on, pick a person, whether, it could just be random, pick a person that looks like they need a smile put back on their face. And that is what you do, whether it's through a gift of just good words, or maybe it's something that you make, or just maybe you feel like giving something to them so that they are actually smiling from their eyes, not just their lips. Because a lot of people are walking around with a mask on because they have so many feelings. It's just a lot for people. So remember, what you do and what you give out comes back to you. And it is going to come back tenfold in March. I'm going to tell you that right now, tenfold. And I'm not saying go around and just give every last, I'm not talking about that. You guys know what I'm talking. This is about balance. So I've always told my kids, put a smile on, who needs a smile put on their face? While you're processing all the stuff that's going on in your life, then you sit here and it actually it's actually healing to put a smile on somebody else's face. Because you know what? It's not a, I did that. No, it's a, you know what? They needed a smile. Don't know what they're going through, but if they don't have a smile, they need one. And before you know it, you're starting to smile, really smile within yourself. Okay. So it's giving back no matter what's going on. I mean, no matter what's going on. And it's keeping balance and not stepping back into past patterns. That's important from the rest. And this is being recorded in February. For the rest of February, all the way in through March, and for the rest of the year, it's even goes beyond that. You must get this balance now. January was the kickoff. Y'all's just not seeing it. So keep your blinders on, but be aware. Okay, pay attention to what's going on, but pay attention to cultivating your prosperity that is going to be paying back, whether spiritually, emotionally. I think it needs to be across the board, not just 1, 2, or 3. You need to get a balance within self, period. All right. And family, sometimes you have to help get balance with them as well. All right. Okay. So being in the flow, revealing radiance, cultivating prosperity, dwelling in truth. And I hear dwelling in your truth. Is there, for some of you, is it a truth that you need to go ahead and face? Face it now. All right. Once you face it, you're going to be seeing it in a different perspective. And sometimes before you get into dwelling in your truth, you must see it in a different perspective, even though you feel like you're chained. I'm seeing chains to the past for some. This is not going to apply to everybody. Some of you, it's actually habits from the past. It may not be people. It may not be a specific event, but it's habits. If you've got habits that you need to change around, you need to do it now. All right. March is going to be one of those months, especially around the full moon and the new moon, both of them. I'm telling you, this is going to be where there's whole bunches of action going under the surface, but you're not quite seeing it yet. All right. Don't think it's got a Loki effect. Don't think this is not a Loki effect. This is where it's trying to take, you'll see circumstances and situations pop up constantly that takes your attention off of what you're doing. That is actually cultivating your life and for the ones you love around you. That's what you need to be focusing on. No matter what, get those blinders on, but pay attention to what's going on. And you have to, it's March's cleanup month, right? It actually started earlier this year for people. February also, the last week, especially of February, is going to be go, 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 go for people. But for a lot of people, it's not just about go, go, go. It's about flying free. You're going to get your wings. You're going to take your peace back. Be about literally simplifying your life. People, places, things, throwing out clutter, throwing out people that are sitting here chaining you down, whether it's the past or present people. Sometimes it's a lot about just kind of cutting your circle down smaller. Really knowing who's there. Yep. Some of you, it is about the past, but you're already moving on from this and you're planting new seeds for your future. You're cultivating. That is what this is about. Yep. All right. So even though, do you see how in this picture right here, you see how it's kind of like a forest, but they feel like they may be standing alone. I'm going to tell you, whether you feel like you're standing alone or not, as you're walking into March, I'm telling you right now, you're going to be dwelling in your own truth. You're going to see things from your perspective, which again, don't let everybody else change you. That is your perspective. Make sure you are sure who you are where you're walking into March. Okay, definitely. I step into my future with strength and clarity. This is actions. This is actions that changes that you want to have and want to progress forward in. Do it. March is it. Actually, February as well. Last in. Okay. Let's see. Where do I want to go? All right. Yep, I see that. All right. That's another one too, is, I kept saying, and I'm going to say this again. You must step into your own truth. What you believe within yourself, and you must believe within yourself. So you must be dwelling within your own truth. Others of you, it's about people that are around you. Are they rowing with you or are they sinking the boat? Okay. Others of you, it's also about dwelling in your truth. Also, if you have a partnership, if there's a partnership, you guys are going to make up your own mind on stuff. Okay. But if you're certain of something, then don't just sit there comfortably. All right. You're going to have to dwell in your own truth. And that's not necessarily in a bad way, because in the end, it's going to end up being good, because it's going to give you balance one way or the other. I don't feel like digging into details about it, because really it's just about dwelling in your truth. Maybe it's about speaking your truth. You guys need to find your voices. That's what you need to find. Voices need to be heard. Why? Because if you continue, whether it's a situation within how you deal with other people, it could be friends, family, lovers. Perhaps you haven't found your voice. I'm going to tell you right now, voices. If you need to find your voice, because you can't continue to live a pattern over and over and over. And again, March doesn't need to be this, because it shows me that you're going to be dwelling in your truth. You're going to find your truth. All right. So make sure that you don't feel it's not, I'm telling you, it's not a Loki effect. So do not second it. You're going to be feeling stuff in March. Like you can feel stuff under the surface within your own life. You can feel stuff on the surface, on the external. You can just feel it. But here's the thing. Are you right? Yeah. But here's the thing. You need to be able to, okay. All right. I'm supposed to be careful with your voicing your opinion. And I don't mean going around saying, well, I think this and I think that. That's not what it's about. Okay. But it's actually speaking your truth. All right. And not keeping your mouth shut. This is going to be going to those of you who have a tendency to put the hand over the mouth. Or if there's people around you that have had their hands over their mouth, not saying anything, do look for them to speak their truth. All right. In March, it's all about your mindset. I'm going to tell you right now. Mindset is cultivating prosperity, revealing radiance. My light illuminates the world. You need to be focusing on radiating your life, to the brightest, dwelling within your truth, going with the flow within your life. Okay, that's it. Because if you fight against the tide on how you feel, or you dwell in what an old truth of how you react to stuff, it could lead to destruction. And there is no need for that. So I'm putting this one right back, because even if you have a tower moment, all right, this is the same like the tower in the tarot cards. Tower moments are going to come and go. Again, turn around, cultivating a prosperity. Okay, you have to have a day. It's a day. Feel it, let it go. Do not be bogged down by the past, people, or places. Okay, you're sitting here simplifying life. That is what it's about. It's really it's freeing your soul. It's freeing yourself. And if you have people around you, family, friends that are sitting here right in the same environment of you, they're going to be noticing your change. All right, and that you heard that saying, you are who you hang out with. I felt like saying that one. Here's another one too, is if you're around family, friends, and they're within the same household as well, their behavior can rub off on you. Do you need to speak up? Do you need to say something? If you've changed your perspective around and gone to the mental of, I'm going to cultivate prosperity, I've got my blinders on, I'm going to succeed. That's how you need to be walking into March, is I am going to succeed. And a lot of you are walking into March, we are going to succeed. Okay, dwelling in your truth, because what you universally put out is what you're going to get back. So if you're putting out negative, that is what you're going to get back. Now, I'm not saying every dang blessed thing that happens in life, like you're going to have events, like if you guys watch Coffee Time Tarot, that was just woof in one day. Okay, those are not payback things. You're going to have tower moments in your life, but you need to learn to feel them, let them go, and focus on your prosperity. And sometimes it's about actually helping your fellow man. So do keep that in mind. Okay. Yep. What? Hi, Miss Dana. Hi, Miss Monica. Hi, Miss Susu. Hi, Miss Scorpio Sue. Carrie. Hello, everybody. Okay. All right. Yep. I like this one. Now, this is not something new that you guys have been working on. And this is universal. All right. Trying to find balance within chaos, or trying to find balance within self, because, you have to take the time to, if you need to wrap something up within yourself and to let it go, but yet you've got 50 other things on the side. Okay. And another one, I feel like saying this, if you're sitting here, I'll get around to it. I just don't want to look at it right now. I'm too busy doing other stuff. No, you're not. Others of you, I also feel like saying this. Oh, I should really reach out to that person, or I should really tell this person this. But you know what? I'll get around to it another day. No. You need to bring balance within your scales. You need to bring balance within yourself. Some of you, if there's some kind of imbalance, sometimes it's just a lack of actually speaking up or actually taking the initiative to take and come forward. All right. It's amazing. I feel that there's going to be a lot of clarity that comes in March, especially Pisces season. Huge change, movement forward. All right. The spring equinox is on the 20th. This is about fresh starts. So really, March is what is important for you, for your fresh start. What did you start saying, I'm, in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 springs ago, however many, and you didn't seem to get around to it? That right there. Clean it up. Tie up your loose ends within your heart, within your soul, within your spirituality. If you have lost your faith in whatever your faith is, definitely get your faith. All right? Faith in your fellow man, those you trust, and faith within your spirituality. Definitely. Okay? Bring the balance within your life. That's what you need to do so you can cultivate. You see how there is plenty of apples sitting in this tree. The scales are balanced. You see the twist in the tree. No matter what, no matter how you're feeling all twisted up in knots, no matter how you're feeling all twisted and turned around throughout however many long it took you to get back on your straight and narrow. And whatever your straight and narrow is, you really need to take the time instead of ignoring what's going on. And that's why I'm recording in February, because you need to do it in February. You really need to sit here and go, okay, what do I need to get untwisted about? Okay, take care of it. Others of you, it's literally putting your life back on track. It's actually focusing on that end goal that you have put a lot of intention in. And you're going to be doing this. March is going to be a very uplifting month. I do feel. It just all depends on how you see it here. Okay? Big time. I feel a lot of people have already kind of thrown the past. What I'm seeing is somebody throwing garbage off the back end. That's exactly how I feel that a lot of people have been, not just in March, but last year. There was a lot of garbage and people, places, and things were cut out. Okay, people, you all are feeling like you need the balance in your peace. Guess what? The peace is within self. The peace is within other people around you that mean the world to you. And some of you, I want to say this again, do not ignore that I'll get around to it. I need to speak my truth. What do I believe? Sit down and take a minute and really evaluate what's important to you, who's important to you. Okay, it's not that you don't already know, but no more ignoring. March is not a month for ignoring. March is a month for action. Great change is coming. Yep. The wheel is turning, okay? And in this one right here, the wheel is upright, okay? It's not like I'm in my head. It is straight, square, upright. We got this. We're going, all right? We're cultivating prosperity. Whatever the thoughts of intentions that you planted last year for some of you that you've been dreaming about, those dreams, the 7 of Cups, the fairy flavors, fairy favors, looking through the glass of contemplation. Stop just looking through the glass. March is the month to take this action on this and at least move forward on it and get the lack of out of your brain. That's what you need to. It's the way you perceive it. If you're seeing nothing but a negative side to something, number one, if you got to clean it up, throw it out, whatever it is. Okay. And I'm going to tell you right now, I will give you guys a hint and a heads up right now. I'm going to tell you right now, if you do have materialistic items around you that are basically serving no purpose, go ahead and unload those. Go ahead and take and literally simplify your life and get that money back in your hands. Okay? Get that money in your hands now and put it into something that's sustainable. Y'all can do research and figure it out, but I'm going to give you that much hint at this moment. So anyway, simplify your life. Literally, if there's clutter, turn that into cash. Turn that into something that you can put back into cultivating prosperity, sustainability within yourself, within your family. That's what you need to be doing. Okay? This is definitely going to hit home with the mother that has children. Yes, there are many mothers, thousands, millions. But this is definitely going to be hitting home with mother with children, because the simple fact is it's going to be about the single parent. Now, I know there are men that do have the single parent as well, but this one's going to be, since this is live, this is going to be hitting home to especially one. And I do understand the single parent thing. Okay. I'm just going to throw this out and then I'm going to move on. This one right here showed up. And some of you, this could also, before I go any farther, could be highlighting the mother in your life or mother substitute, somebody who is equal to that. All right, now the message I have for somebody on here that is literally watching at this moment, that's a mother with children, single, feeling like, and I'm light hair spectrum, most likely, color your hair. You're sitting here and you're feeling overwhelmed, lack of, I can't give enough to my children. I'm not going to have enough here. I'm not going to, okay. It's because there's so much overwhelming. My message to you is change your perspective. It's time for children, no matter how young they are, they can learn. They can learn. It's time to turn that into something different than just feeling nothing but suppressed and start really working towards goals together as a family. Because even if you are a single parent, and this is just general, this is only going to hit a couple people. Even if you are a single parent, male or female, you're feeling like you can't get ahead. Okay, twist literally your way of seeing stuff and your perception and turn it to where it is now we're going together as a family. Not this burden of, oh my God, I can't see straight. Oh my God, they're going to shut this off. Oh my God, I'm going to lose this. Oh my God, this was a big thing for singles. Trust me, I do understand this. And this is what's going through this person's head. Lack of, I'm letting my kids down. No, you're not. You're letting your kids down if you sit there within your own head and get locked in it. Unlock the key, open it up, look at those children or whoever else is involved in your family and say, okay, we can come together and we can get on the same road. But as a parent, I've got to show them how to do that. Involve them in this stuff. Involve them in your sustainability. I'm telling you right now, to get those scales balanced, it's going to take everybody just kind of working together. All right. That's a hint for that mother. Instead of looking around at a lack of, I don't have this, I don't have that. Get what you can as far as taking care of yourselves. Take and really look around but you're still not sitting here to the point that you can't focus on what you're doing. You'll notice, is the burden laid on your shoulders? Time to delegate those tasks to other people as well. If you're used to doing it yourself all the time, I do understand this. If you're used to doing this all the time, not in the past, not so much now, but in the past, if you feel, and even if you feel, sometimes people get locked in their own brains, okay? Feeling alone, like nobody, you could have loving people all around you. Change your perspective. Change your habits. The body you live in right now is literally, you heard that body's a temple? Procrastination. Let's put it this way, there's no more procrastinating. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm told to go gentle on this one. Let me tell you what. This is just a saying I use, so I don't want to hear anything about it. But I always use this saying is a coming to Jesus meeting with yourself. And what that means basically is you need to turn around and look at your not so hot qualities. You need to look at your really good qualities, and you need to make sure that you keep heightening those better qualities of yourself. This is going to reflect on the outside, revealing your radiance, because then you'll notice that you're starting going with the flow instead of fighting against everything and everyone. All right. It's getting right with yourself, so balance will be restored. This also takes me back to Libra season. Yep, the balance scales, you're kicking that off. That reading I did, 10 of Cups or 10 of Wands. If you did not watch it, you'll find it on my YouTube. You'll see it says something it's not for sensitive people, because people are too sensitive. That's what I think. People really need to get balance within themselves. I'm not talking to everybody. You guys know that. All right. It is time for you to stand in your light of truth, and it's really time to get right with yourselves and others. All right. If you need to let it go, but simplify. Simplify your life. It's time to take on a warrior spirit. Okay, big time. Take on a warrior spirit. Maybe you can't physically get a lot done, but you know what? Mentally, research. Really just kind of get your mind focused on something else. And even if you do have a lot of burdens that are constantly cluttering your brain and weighing down on you, here's the thing. Make sure and that's what I told, like yesterday, the example, when that happened. I had I went and got my daughter something that she could do art on, because she was working and processing how she felt about that as she was actually creating something beautiful. Do you see the concept here? All right. So Begin, cultivate your prosperity. You may not be feeling even Steven or anything like that. You may be having a gut intuition that something's just off balance. But sometimes life can be self-prophesizing. So make sure that yours is a 10 of cups, not 10 of wands. Okay? Yep. All right, where are my cards? Who's all on here? I'll take breaks in between here. Who's all on here? I see a whole bunch of people. Hi, everybody. Hello. Okay. Now, I left my other cards home. I'm not sure why. It's okay. Actually, I've been in my mind looking for a certain deck, but I haven't found it yet. I always do that. I'll come across it. That's usually how it happens. I know I'm going to have another deck. And it's just like, I want to use that one, but I don't have it here. What? Oh, there's your 10 of wands. I knew it was there. But the thing of it is, because I'm going to tell you, did I not say that March is going to come in like a lamb, pretty quiet on the external, but it's going to go out like a lion, and it's going to go fast. This is just life in general. So make sure you get those scales balanced. Make sure you're working on cultivating prosperity, spirituality, balance within life, balance with people around you, cleaning up messes, simplifying your life. Oh, that is exactly what, when I was talking, we've got the 2 of cups as well. I'm going to show you here in a minute. Okay, these cards, balance. Here it is, justice card, balance. Okay, all these are doing is just backing up what I originally started talking to you guys about, but no cards were showing. I was seeing some of these cards in my head. We've got the justice. Okay, it's being fair. Make sure you're fair in whatever. This is the thing. No matter what's going on around you or how people behave to you, make sure that you're fair. All right. If you find that there might not be something that you wanted or whatever, make sure you're fair. Okay. No matter how anybody else acts around you, make sure you're balanced and fair. Okay. Right. And we've got the 6 of Pentacles here. You need to gain control over your financial life right now. Right now. You may not have very much. Okay. But now is the time. If you know there's some kind of project, or you know there's something that could cultivate your financial prosperity now, do it. Don't wait around for March. Don't wait around for, I'll get around to it. No, turn around. Look at the pile of stuff that you need. I mean, we're going to have spring's coming early. I'm telling you. I can feel it. Cultivate it now. You wanted to have that garage sale, or you wanted to, or you wanted to get the schooling, but it's the money, there's just so much going on in your life, but you have the money right then and there to take care of it. Do it now. Don't wait. All right. Whether it's online or you have to go to an actual school, get on it now. It's a time to stop putting stuff out and stuff off and start balancing out your life, period. What? Okay. So we have right here, the 6 of Pentacles. It's a give and receive. Okay. It's balance, about bringing balance within life. Sometimes it could just be a kind word. Remember, this is where they are backing me up. I'll get to these in a minute, because you're going to be like, wait a minute, she just talked about that. Yeah, they're just backing me up. That's how my cards do. Because somebody on here, I could feel it's like, well, she's not doing tarot. I'll grab one of my rocks and start predicting. I could do that too. I don't need cards, but I love cards. Okay. So anyway, with the balance scales, all right, it's all about, especially on the 24th. Yeah. On the 24th, make sure you have your balance within your sustainability with self, within spirituality, sustainability within self of materialistic. You got stuff that, I'm telling you one more time, don't wait for that garage sale. Don't wait for stuff to get better. Better your life. Okay. Really unload people, places, and things that are weighing you down. Or sitting here, that lack of money, a big thing for some people. It's sitting there. Okay. And people are like, wait a minute, she's always talking about her car and this. Okay. Yeah. Lack of money. But you know what? Even though I've been quiet, I'm working my butt off. And you guys are about to see what I've been working on. Okay. I have been working towards balance, no matter what kind of chaos and conflict has been coming on. And this is what everybody needs to take the perspective, change it. And that is what you're supposed to be doing. And you don't need to be right with anybody else but yourself as far as another person. I felt like saying that too. Okay. You need to get right with yourself and see it from your perspective has been changing, and it's going to continue to change until you're sitting here like, okay, one day you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm taking back my life. If you've been sitting here going, I'm taking back my life, I am done. I'm so sick and tired of no peace and da 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 da. Heart rate's going up, blood pressure's going up. Balance. Look at it in a different way. Okay. If there's something you can't do anything about it, you can do something in how you react and what you do, but you cannot change how other people behave or their actions. Okay. Remember that one. So simplify your life. If you need to get stuff taken care of, do it. Okay. Balance, justice. What do you want? Yes, it does. Saturn and Pluto. I'm well aware. Yeah, I did some research as I was getting going here. And I'm going to tell you what, it's the decisions that you make as you're going into March. You make sure that you are dwelling in your truth, and it's going to be non-negotiable. That's how I think people are really going to know their place. That's what I get. They're going to know their place and how cultivating their prosperity, no matter what's going on. Yep. These cards right here, this could be how you might be feeling. Okay, which is the Hanged Man. I'm not going to pull out every meaning in here. It could be instability, hanging in limbo. Maybe you didn't get the word that you wanted to get, or you thought you're going to receive. Maybe, and here's another thing. For some reason, I feel like saying this. When it comes to dwelling in your truth, cultivating prosperity, in order to open it up, has anybody been sitting around going once in a while, I feel like I'm clogged, like I just really can't move forward. I can't, it's just the same feel. I'm sick of this. Change of perspective. All right. You can have a million things going on. And I'm not saying everything's all peachy in everybody's life, because there is a lot of not so hot stuff that's happening to people. I get this big time. But you still have to, I told you guys this year, it's the year of peace within self. All right. It's going to be very important. And March is this, that ball is already in the air. Okay. This is just overall. So you've got to get your balance, and you got to be square with yourself, right with what you believe and right with what you feel. Okay. And don't do it just by feelings. Make sure, and whatever it is, whatever you're learning, and it's talking about dwelling in the truth. Okay. A lot of you guys are going to get a truth, and it may not feel so hot, but it's not talking. You got a choice. Are you going to deal with the 10 of Wands? Or are you going to deal with the 10 of Cups? Okay. That's what I'm getting. Okay. So anyway, this one, instability, insecurity. Now, I'm an intuitive tarot reader, so I'm going to read this how I want. This one right here, instability, it's just literally feeling like you're hanging in limbo. That's what I was just talking about, right? Maybe you're feeling stale and stagnant in some way, and you're like, why can't I just get that vibrancy for life back? Sit back and really have that meeting with yourself, and you don't have to be so hard on yourself on it per se, unless you are sitting here and you know you need to be, or you're sitting here wearing blinders around people, things that need to go. Declutter your life. Okay. This right here, and there could be events that's going on around you that you can't stop. Like I use the example of vehicle. I use the example of you've got to take care of business. You've got to take care of it. And it's stuff, sometimes it's stuff that's out of your control. It is up to you how you see it. Okay. How you deal with it. All right. The Hanged Man. That's what I thought. The Hanged Man. March is also going to be a month of contradictions. And this is why it's very important that you need to be dwelling in your truth, know exactly where you stand, and really be cultivating prosperity, working on self and those you care about you, or care about you around you, and vice versa. Okay. Some of you, it's about cultivating, maybe you're sitting there and you're like, oh, my neighbor, I see them out doing that. Boy, they do stuff similar to me. Why don't you go talk to them? It's going to be highly important here very soon to have people around you that you can connect with. I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay. It could be a very confusing time within March as well, but you don't need to, you don't need to be sitting there feeling like you're stuck in limbo, like you just can't move. It's a perception. Work on cultivating whatever prosperity you can that you have available. If you have hardly anything, and I have lived in a car way back when, even if you have nothing, you still have something if people are around you. Or look at what you have. There's always, it's a mind, it's how you perceive it. Okay? If you don't like the situation, whatever's going on in your life, it's up to you to change it. Okay? Yep. Now, it is true that the gut intuition is something that's usually on point, right, for most people. But I'm going to tell you, March is going to play with that. And I'm going to tell you how it's going to play with you. All right. As far as like on mine, and it already has started. It's already started. I've already had like I know I'm not the only one. It's going to be very confusing for you at one point. Because you'll be like, I can feel this, I can feel this, I can feel. Okay, it's not the Loki effect, but it's how much balance do you have? This is what it's about. So when you're walking into March, don't be surprised if you get a feeling like there's, especially people get amped up around the moon. I do. I'm trying to figure out because I can't. I'm trying to figure this one out. Okay, well, I know what it's about, but use your intuition, but make sure you're doing it from a grounded spiritual place within yourself. Okay, because this is not the Loki effect, but it's going to have that feel to it. Literally around the 18th and 19th, especially in March. Okay, we definitely already had a little bit of that in February. There's going to be more. Okay, make sure you really sit down and balance it all out. Look at every angle, emotionally, logically. You are being asked to balance both your emotional and logical while you're going into March. It is going to be a hell of a good month as long as you've got that and you're not sitting here running like a squirrel with the what I call the effect of it is fine. Okay. Be careful how much stuff you believe on the external. Okay, because your intuition, and it's not just about intuition, it's more like a gut instinct. You'll be like, okay, I've got to do this, I've got to do this. Okay, do it, but do it in a balanced way. Okay, because it's the way. I'm just going to have to yeah. You're going to have to be very decisive when you are in March. And I feel you're going to be doing that. So make sure, no matter what, keep those blinders on what you're doing and paying attention while paying attention to the external, but not listening to all the stuff that's going to hype you up. Okay? Because my thing on it and my theory on it is, and it's not just theory, if you've got stuff on crazy on the outside world, what are they distracting you from? And no, I'm not bringing a bunch of politics, but I'm telling you, this is going to affect you. Pay attention. You don't know, dig deep, find out. Okay? Find out. Don't believe everything you hear. Okay? Focus on what is going to be cultivating and paying off for you and yours around you. Okay? I'm not saying being selfish, but you need to be taking care of those you care about and love. And it needs to be a mutual give and take. Family, friends, lovers. Okay? Anyway, how could you be sitting here? There could be events that could be coming up that really, here's the anxiety and stress. We've got the 9 of Swords right here. Do you see how she's sitting here with her hand on her head right there? And she's just like sitting up at lack of sleep. All right. You've got to bring the balance within yourself. Really stay focused. If you're focused on what you're supposed to be doing, and if you're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Hi, Miss Gina. Oh, you're welcome. If you guys do like my video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and hit the bell if you want. I'm going to be getting ready to do a bunch more. Okay, so anyway, with this one right here, there at the same time, you guys may be having some emotional grief and pain that might be going on as well. This is what I'm talking about. It's about dealing with the here and now, feeling what's going on, but not getting lost in that because you need to be paying attention in March. Truly pay attention. Again, let me say this. Pay attention to what's going on around you while you're focusing on your stuff and the bettering your lives. It's time. I'm going to tell you right now with March, and you guys are going to be like, get through half of March. Oh, well, that's her reading. That was just, no, not everybody, because some people have been watching me long enough. They'll be like, oh God. Well, this is not an oh God moment. This is not what you're supposed to do. It's focus. Focus on what is important to you and yours, and really get that close-knit family, friends, okay? There could be external stuff. Literally, I'm going to tell you, if you did not clear out stuff in your life that you knew you should have cleared out last year, or the year before, or the year before that, or you didn't face something, anxiety, stress, it's going to even highlight even more of what's going on around you. Okay. And I'm not just talking just the world, I'm talking about in your immediate life. Really, truly. This was recorded in February on the 16th. I just did Coffee Time Tarot yesterday for the week of that week. You guys might want to watch that one. The rest of you, if you're new, you might want to go back to the one where I was using example 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands. I will be using this all the way through June. Okay. And it'll switch to some different cards in June, but I'm telling you, it's going to amp. But here's the thing, is you're doing it in balance, not feeling like you're stuck and unable to move forward, not sitting here, depression, guilt, and it's sucking your joy away. Okay, this is being done live. I instantly heard that one as well. Here's the thing. Sometimes, and this is not going to go for everybody, sometimes it's the people around you. Now, that's not going for everybody. That's literally hitting one ear right here. Okay? Stop holding the guilt of other people. It is not your responsibility. This is general, over universal. It's really getting right with yourself, really getting balance within yourself, and really putting your brain and everything to what's going to take and be sustainable. I am giving you guys hints. Sustainable, self-sustaining. All right? You guys really needed to start doing some research. Do look for a new channel, and I'll be getting into it all. And it won't be about tarot. Okay, I'll show you guys how to garden. I like to do all kinds of stuff. I'm about to show you guys some stuff, and it should come in handy. You are not lacking, trust me. Okay, so anyway, with this one right here, yep. Do not become overwhelmed with fear and worry. Don't be doing that. Don't be sitting here feeling like this is another one. How long have you been sitting here putting aside what's truly important to you? Because maybe, I mean, family, friends, lovers, this is not going to apply to everybody. But if you're sitting there feeling about that small, like anything you do is unimportant, it's time to take a look at it. Okay? Because your voice, what you feel, spirituality, whether it's just spirituality or it's just you as a general person, your ideas are probably brilliant. But don't sit there. And I heard somebody was like, I just heard something. Well, my eyes are stupid. Okay, number one, here we go. We're going to be sitting here. Here's the balance scales. Negative, positive. It's time to stop kicking yourself in your own shins, because sometimes we are our own downfall. Okay, now it's time to, wait a minute. Okay, where did you get that idea from? This is not going to hit home with everybody, but it's definitely going to hit home with some. Dwell in your truth. Find your truth and find a niche that's good for you, whether it's gardening or it's making, doing flowers, or it's cooking, or whatever it is. Maybe you do creative arts. Maybe you're a craftsman. Maybe you do carpentry. Or you always wanted to, but you never got around to it because you didn't think you were going to be good enough. Throw that fear out the window. Throw it out. It's time for you've got the 10 of Wands here. Maybe you wanted to be a reader. Maybe you've always been, had a gift, and you're just like, you know what? Or you just want to try it. Okay. Definitely push your best foot forward on that for yourself and try something new, even though it scares you. Could be a relationship that might scare you. Oh, this is the same. Well, yeah. If that's how you're going to get it, then you need to change your perspective. If this has to do with, some of you, it's an actual complete pick up and move. All right. That's what I'm getting here. It's a complete change. Some need a complete change in their life. But some, you're like, well, I can't do this change. I can't do it because of circumstances. Okay. Sometimes females, especially. Now, guys, I'm not sure exactly what you do. I got an idea. But women, how many times, whether you've been pregnant and had a baby, or during pregnancy, or excuse me, or you've sitting here and you come up to a highlight in your life, and you just feel like making a complete change. Now, this is going to go for guys too, because you guys are good. Guys do it too, definitely. I'm seeing it from perspective. Women, how many times you've been sitting here and be like, okay, I've got to make, you're sitting here thinking all these life changes, and all of a sudden, change color of hair, change the way, because you are re-evolving yourself, because you're no longer sitting here perceiving it like the past. You are no longer going to be standing in somebody else's truth. You are no longer going to be sitting here doing what everybody else wants you to do. It's a massive change. Okay. So there is massive change. So if there's not really a bunch going on, you seem to be pretty balanced and you're writing your own, and you all of a sudden start feeling out, I really need to make changes in my life. Maybe it's change my color of my hair. Maybe it's, or cut it off, or whatever it is. Look for something drastic that you're wanting to do in your life, whether it's just ripping through a room and throwing everything out, or don't throw it out, sell it, get that money right now. Whatever it is, whatever drastic change. Oh, I've never done a garden. I'm going to do a garden. Okay, whatever it is. Or you know what? I haven't started my business. Is it you? Cut. It's a big one. I was just using that example. Guys do this stuff too, but they do it in different degrees. Whatever it is. Okay, that is your gut intuition, the real one. Because March is it's not a Loki effect. The problem is people are going to be sitting here in their head, circling the obvious around in their head over and over until it becomes confusing, and then I don't know. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. Balance. You guys, did I say that clear enough? Okay. So you do feel like that, and you feel like, because action, you're right. Action is going to be happening. Action needs to be happening. You need to be going forward in your life, period. No matter what. And I'm going to tell you right now, action is coming, but do realize whatever this action is, once you start it with the 8 of Wands, there's no turning back on it. So make sure you're not doing that intuition, because there's going to be an intuition. It's not the Loki effect, but you're going to take your base original intuition and you're going to overthink it too much until it becomes your truth. But it's not the reality of it. That's what I'm saying. It's not a Loki effect. Be sure of what you're going to be doing in March, and stop sitting on the fence. Do it. Because once it starts, you really need to do careful planning. Double check everything, check the boxes twice, 3 times, look it over. Paperwork's going to be a big one, especially this is being recorded in February. Paperwork is huge. Watch those check marks. Double check yourself. All right. Because sometimes too, others of you, this is going to include just literally just getting out and driving around. Pay attention, get yourselves out of your head. Okay. Especially about events that you can't change. You work on the things that you can change, whether it's yourself, or how you view things, or your health. Now's the time to get your health in order. If you are sitting here and be like, and I'm guilty of this. If you're sitting here and you're like, I'll get around to not eating this, or I'll get around to, but there's negative health effects somewhere. Do it. Do it now. Okay. Why? Because there is a new beginning here. It's a new beginning. We've got the Fool. And there's 2 different spectrums here. Okay, 2 different spectrums with the Fool. This is the 0 in the tarot deck. This is brand new, starting from scratch. So this could be something new you're learning, or it's a new way of viewing and living life. Okay. Yep. It's being more, don't walk into March being unpredictable to other people. And if people around you are being unpredictable, then it's time to make sure you continue your balance and kind of do, right? All right. So you're going to be asked and called to take a spontaneous decision. This is general. This is all across the board. You have a decision, and this could be a decision within yourself that you've been on the fence about. I'm not going to say it's on the fence. You'd be like, I'll get around to it. I can do that later. Oh, sometime. No, now's the time to do it. You feel this? Make sure when you're getting that action and going, make sure it's going in the right direction, but it's going to go so fast that it may make your head spin for a lot of people, because you'll be like, whoa, and don't be one of those where I didn't see it coming. Pay attention. Scales, cultivating prosperity, sustainability within your life, within your home, within your family, within your friends. Okay. Within self, spiritually. Working on your prosperity with the Ace of Diamonds. Okay. This is a brand new beginning. And you see that gateway, that archway right there? All you have to do is walk through the door. A lot of you have been sitting here on, you know what? I want to try it, but maybe I'm not good enough, or I don't have enough. Lack of. Get creative. Start smaller. You don't have to have everything right in front of you. Start smaller, but at least start. And you watch universally, it'll take you in the direction. It'll take you in the direction. You'll notice all of a sudden, wait a minute, here. Oh wow, this door's opening up for me. Oh wow, this door's opening up for me. Oh wow, stuff seems to be getting better in this area. Then bam, okay. Sorry, you got to take care of this because this broke or whatever. Okay, that's life. It's going to continue. Okay, but it's going to seem overwhelming if your perspective on how you're viewing stuff doesn't change. If you have already changed this perspective, continue on. All right, take on the warrior spirit, big time. Some of you that's already been working on projects, especially during last year, these could be brand new projects for you. But it is going to be, you've been waiting for a return on money. You've been waiting for it. It's been trickling down just a little bit here and there, probably in January. You got a little taste of it and then it seemed to quit. What the hell? What happened? Faith, perception. It takes time on whatever you're building. All right. It takes time for ideas to come into fruition, to become solid. Don't give up. Don't give in on yourself. Continue on this path if you are dwelling within your own truth. If not, then go ahead and get that balance. Reveal your radiance, because some of you are actually, I'm getting this almost, I'm seeing somebody and they're getting ready to just literally step out. There's a curtain right here. And they're opening up this curtain and, oh, I don't know. Have faith in yourself, but make sure that you are focused on your prosperity. Don't make decisions upon what's going on in the world or what is stuff being veiled? Yeah. But don't sit there and don't make it your truth of fear and all this other stuff. I'm going to tell you right now. Work on you, work on what you need to be bringing into balance. That's about all I can say about this, honestly. Some of you, the message is an opportunity will come along, and you've been waiting for this opportunity for quite a while. It is going to be time for there's no sitting on the fence. If you've been waiting for an opportunity to come out of nowhere, but it's going to move you forward to where you're going to be feeling like you're radiating yourself, because you know what? And you're going to be feeling quite more stable within yourself. This is going to hit home with some. There's going to be an opportunity that's just going to make you shine. And with the pearl, it starts out as a sand, right? Irritation. Even though you may put up with a lot of irritation in your life in the last few months, the last few days, the last few years, whatever it is. Some of you, there's an opportunity and you are not going to be able to sit there and take your time making a decision. Jump on it. But don't do it with your head spinning and looking no. Okay, logically, I got to look at this one. But I'm going to feel it with my heart as well. Balance. Don't make any big decisions whatsoever on, well, I don't know. I don't know if this is going to happen. I don't know if this is going to. Nope. I'm telling you, March is going in the right direction for you guys, period. Just, universal. All zodiac signs, it's all in how you look at it. 10 of Wands, 10 of Cups. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, like I said, there was a video I did. I think it was, somebody might have to remind me. It was, I think it was October of last year. You might want to scroll down there. I said sensitive content. It might offend some people. You might want to watch it. Okay. Yep. Because it's amazing how stuff just disappears and doesn't seem to be, but yet, never mind. I'm not going to get into it. Just you guys got it. All right. So anyway, bringing balance back into life. Some of you are gearing up. What are you gearing up for? A complete change in life. Some of you are literally, I see there's somebody that's on here literally like selling off all their stuff because they are literally going to uproot themselves, but it's good. It's good. There's this right here, healing the past. They're actually, and this person is healing the past. How are they healing the past? They're leaving things that remind them of it, period, behind. Or a place where there's nothing but stress and anxiety. That's what I keep getting. What? All right, let's see what else I can get here. Because I can, you know what? Change of perspective. Some of you are actually literally going to up and just change. Some of you are actually relocating. I get that. Big time. Flying free. Do you notice that what she's on right there? She's on a dove. What does the dove represent? Peace. Right? Being balanced and moving towards your peace. Unto uncharted water. This definitely probably will hit home with water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It will hit home with earth signs as well. It's going to hit home with everybody, but it's definitely, some of you are making a drastic change and decision will have to come down. That's what I'm getting, a decision, and it's going to be quick. You could be sitting there. You can be sitting there and, oh, how do I put this? You can be sitting there and, oh, I wish this would, you know, I wish I could do this. And then an opportunity, a door may open. If you're not used to good coming into your life, as far as doors opening, it may take you and stumble you back when an opportunity does come. And you may try to do that. Here's my intuition. Oh, my intuition's on point. But wait a minute, I got to overthink this, got to crash. Oh, but my gut says that there could be something wrong with this. There could be something. Oh, what's in this? It's not the Loki effect. It's your perspective effect. Flying free and flying free from past chains of the past. I get that one, a big one. Releasing what you can't control. Feels correct. Let's get a little bit more details here. Bum, bum, bum. I'll take it. We've got TikTok. Needs time, take time. Okay. Patience is the key here. You've been asked for patience. You've been asked to continue this patience for quite a while. A lot of you, there's TikTok. It's showing me right here. This is elephants, but this is your, I believe this is tribe. Or no, this is by the book. Tribe's going to show up. By the book. Yep. This is about family. So this is going to hit home with those of you have family on your mind. It's joining together those. If you have a rift in your family and it's one of those things that you really shouldn't, it was a misunderstanding or something, I'm going to tell you this message is going to go out quite quickly. All right. So anyway, if you need to take, and if you're the one, and I'm seeing the forgiveness card in my head, if you are the one that needs to, and this is only on a family situation, and I saw a tribe in my head. So this could be family, friends, or lovers. Did you by chance take and say something that, or come off to where there was some kind of parting, or you just kind of just didn't really talk to each other until it got a bigger space? It's time to get in touch with those people. Okay. Those people that you know, it was just a misunderstanding. We've got the number 11 on here. Okay. Those are angel insights. That right there will tell you you're getting signs. So pay attention. There's signs all over. If that part's going to be hitting home with you. Okay. TikTok. On the, okay. TikTok. Yep. Now be careful. All right. What could be basically, so here's the thing. The cards that I'm pulling right now, this is going to be showing me, yeah, changes on the wind. It's all over. Changes on the wind. It is inevitable. Change is coming. And I also feel December of next year, it's going to be change. But it's not just going to all of a sudden come in December. Walking into March and this whole year, you need to have your eyes wide open. I'm going to tell you that right now. It could be really good. It could be the 10 of Cups or it could be the 10 of Wands. Perspective. And the lack of, okay? So it's time to flip those. I'm going to say, and it's not selfish, flip it in your favor to where you're seeing it from a different perspective, to where that lack of is, look at what I've got. Family, friends, or lovers. I don't have much, but look at who I have in my life. Look at my children. There could be chaos, conflict going around in your immediate world, stuff breaking down. There could be, there could be family. Yeah, okay. Being careful. You could have people who are leaving your life that you don't want to. Okay. There, stuff like that. It's finding balance. It's reflecting. Lack of seeing it from a different perspective. March is a different perspective, but you're not being asked to sit there and you don't have much. You're not going to have much time to sit back here and go, I've got to reevaluate everything. No, that's what January, March, or January and February was for. Is reevaluating, looking at what is or is not as taking and filling up your life full of good. That's what it's about. And really getting ready to show the world the true you. Or pushing yourself to do that one thing that you've been putting off, or you were because you were fearful of it in the end. Really, and some of you, it's about dwelling in your truth and facing the truth of a situation. It's all about changing perspective. These cards right here, the oracle cards here, are going to tell me this could be areas of life where it could be going on with you. This is how the oracle cards apply to where I'm able to pick up on more messages. Okay, so this reading right here will definitely be applying to those. We got TikTok. I hear needs time, takes time. Okay. For some, it's also about, I'm also in this one right here. I'm also seeing something about a house, time's running out. That's what it's about. You're being pushed in a different direction. That's what I feel. Then we have by the book. We've got the family. Okay. Family situation. I also saw the tribe in my head. All right. But this is definitely going to be hitting home with the family situation. It does show me that one is traveling with two younger ones. Okay. So that, okay. Okay, so this message is going to be going out to somebody who literally, I did talk about a single parent, did I not? All right, so it feels like you're walking alone, but you have a responsibility of at least 2 others. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Here's the thing, you may have lost your faith. Your message is to restore your faith immediately. Look at it in a different perspective. Stop looking at the lack of. It's within your hands to change this. Okay, 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands. Another one is showing me soulmates. There may be some anxiety about a decision that needs to be made. For some, it's going to be about letting go. Others, it's about it's about taking a step forward. Family, friends, or lovers. For some of you, this will be about co-creating, coming together. I want to show you something here. And okay, and I told you there's going to be fast decision in March. Big time, fast. It's already something that's already sitting there. You know, don't let it sideswipe you, because it actually feels like it's a good right direction as long as your brain is balanced and your perspective is on point in the balance with your emotional with your analytical. Okay, this is a must, not just for March, but you must get there. Okay, February, this is being recorded in February. Get there. Find your peace within the chaos if you have chaos going on. Okay, co-create. Do you see the leopard? What are leopards? Some of the fastest animals you've ever seen. This is coming in quick for some. This is about co-creating. That's coming together with somebody else. Others of you, this can be about families that are going to have to join together. And I mean, family, friends, lovers. Okay, however that applies to you. It's got the egg right there. Use your wisdom on the situation. For some of you, the message is you already know what you're going to do. I'll get around to it. Nope. This is about leave the fear. Some of you, it's got the flags. The flag right here represents family to me. It really, truly does. All right. Whatever the situation is, this is a brand new beginning. Brand new beginning. I'm also getting that there's somebody on here that there's going to be something that comes in quite quick and fast. It might be even an older child coming home. With the cheetah, it's going to come in very, very fast. If you have a child that's been kind of, what? And this is not a young child. They've had their eyes closed to the point that their life kind of went down a different tunnel. But it was something that's out of their control and their hands. I'm telling you, some of you, families coming together. Use your wisdom on this. Okay, it doesn't look bad. Do you remember the example I used when we first started? It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how old your children are. And this goes for those who are like your tribe too. Do not be used. All right, don't be used, but you're working together. It's a different perspective. And the other people that around you that have your back have to have a different perspective as well. So if this pattern in the past, this is only going to hit maybe 1, maybe 2. If this person had a kind of I'm not going to say shady, but they've had kind of not a clear past on how they treated people. It was so back and forth. Lay down the lines. Lay it down. These are the rules. But for some of you, this is about a family. This is like family or somebody who's like a child to you that's coming back. You're using your wisdom on this, decisiveness, building together. Do you remember when I was talking about especially the single parent, where the children, it's involving them. Instead of it being just such a burden and weighing on you, you involve everybody, whether it's just your tribe. They don't have to be your family members, but they're like family, friends, lovers. It's everybody working together. And it takes a lot of that. And I'm seeing the strength card in my head where he's sitting here and he's holding it, but it's like, oh my God, but you're going to be looking at it. Why? I'm strong. I can push this. Okay. It's working together. You're stronger as a team than you are by yourself for a lot of you. Well, what? Instead of taking and feeling alone and like you're coming to the edge. All right. So different perspective. And I do get that. Well, they're not going to help me. Might as well do it my damn self. That's been my theory for, I mean, a lot of people live by that because you get tired of that. So communication. Okay. Communication. Also along the, we're going down to the soulmates card now. A lot of anxiety about the situation. But see, here's the thing is on the soulmates card, this is going to, one has the key and one's got the lock. Soaring into joy, it's about a decision within yourself and really just revealing your truth. My feed, don't mess up now. Chopping the wood, really getting down to the dirty and taking care of stuff. Yep. That's tremendous amounts of stuff that's coming down or you have to deal with. But here's the thing. Do you have to heal? Is there something that might came down that you need to heal? Or maybe you need dreams that people put into action. Okay? Whether it's success in just life, success in love, love of self, love in business, whatever it is. Dreams are just literally dreams until you put the intention and action into it. March is get going, brand new beginning, taking a leap of faith, but looking, stopping, looking and listening and really paying attention and evaluating with emotional and your logical, balanced. Then, because March does not have a Loki effect, it will be your brain doing that Loki effect. Okay, big time. I'll look over that in a minute. Others of you, you know what? We'll be stepping into your joy. Happy, feeling light as a feather. That's what I'm getting. All right. This may even hit home for the one that had the soulmate and where there is a mask that's being worn. See this? Do you see that lock? All right. There may be happiness there. Not maybe. Yeah. Show me another person in the balloon. I also hear to that one as well. The happy. It's a long, extremely long situation that's been going on for a long time. And you're about to get the last missing bit of information. You're about to have that key put in the lock to where it's going to open. Others of you are going to be wanting balance. This could be about family, friends, or lovers. Time to go. You may be taking this by yourself. All right. But you're flying free. That message is going to some. Nice. Because now you're going to be turning it to, this has come to the edge. I just can't stand anymore. I can't do it. I'm by myself. You're going to be taking off in this new direction. This will be hitting singles especially. It's time to go. You're dropping people, places, and things that are just like you. Soul-wise. Especially. Some of you, this is going to be hitting singles especially. There's going to be a trip. It looks like there's a trip that's coming. What I'm saying, some of you as well, and okay, let me get back to that one because I'm getting another message. Okay, no, actually it's the same message. It's time to go. This has got the flags on it. Okay, so this is no longer coming to the edge. I'm gonna put that back under there. Under time to go. You see the flags? This is your tribe. This is somebody, family, friends, lover, somebody who is very close to you. They may not be there anymore. Do you remember what I said? Somebody might be reaching out, whether it's you, just who needs to give here? That's the thing. Who needs to give? And this is only you're like, no, before you'd be like, no, they went too far. Okay. See it from both sides. And this is not for every situation. There are some things that are unforgivable. I get it. Well, everything to a point, I guess. We'll go into that. Alabama. I love that. That right down there by the coast. It's one of my favorite places. Okay, do you see right here? This is a mending between family, friends. Okay, I don't feel this is lovers. Could be. Or you could be in this union, or you could be within this family, and or these friends. You could be taking off and for whatever reason, but you're on this trip and it's like, this is where it's mended, or you'll come right with the situation for what happened. What do you, others of you, there will be gifts exchanged. Okay, been waiting. I'm seeing all that glitters. We've got the mask. I mean, it's plenty, pouring into joy, exchanging gifts. There could be even a gift offered. Again, opening up your imagination, creativity, but you're taking action. March is a month of action, but doing it balanced. If you go into, you've been feeling this. This is universal. This is all across the board. People have been within your life. Change is in the wind. It is coming. But to move your life forward, you're going to have to be able to make decisive decisions immediately. All right? So don't get like this, but don't go back into old patterns to where you do nothing but pull yourself away from everybody. If you have been like this, it's time to step back out. Don't live there. Some of you, this has to do with the thought of another person. Okay? Do you see the picture up there? Somebody who's not there, who's not immediately in your life. You need to be focusing in March on your milk and honey. Okay? Sustainability within spirituality, within your physical world, getting rid of the lack of mentality. I lack, okay, whatever it is, whether you're lacking, I lack material things. I lack, if you're lacking love, then whatever it is, turn it in a different perspective and work on the milk and honey and attract exactly what and who you soulfully need in your life. Stop just settling. Noticing you for you. If you do change your perspective on stuff, if you haven't already, and you're really going to be literally reaching for the stars, messages, reach for the stars. Just because it was a dream, every success starts as a dream. So put it in your head. Every success starts as a dream. So start on a path and at least start putting the intention into it. Start working on it. Start researching what it was. If it has to do with a connection with somebody, take the hand off the mouth. It is within your hands whether or not you're going to be soaring into joy with the 10 of Cups or sinking into the abyss of going to the sea, or the Hanged Man with the 10 of Wands. Most of you guys have already made up your mind what you're going to be doing. You know, it changes in the wind, but a lot of people don't know which direction to start. Every success starts with just tiptoeing. Just at least go. Don't put your foot in the water and take it back out. It's time to go. It's time to go ahead and dive into something new. It's time to dive and see from the other, see it from a different perspective. Yep. All right, guys, let's see here. That's pretty much what I got. I'm going to grab one card here. Make sure I can see everybody. Let me get all my mass amounts of cards. You guys can freely talk. I'm going to take and I'm going to get a couple closing thoughts. And these cards right here were just situations around people. Like it was showing me like that what could be going around, whether it's family, friends, lovers, I keep hearing it's the bridge. It's crossing the bridge. Just take that leap of faith, but do it balanced. Yep. Do it balanced. Big time. Okay, let me see. While you guys are welcome to chit chat freely. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and get a closing thought here. You know what? I want to see kind of what. Let's do a closing thought with a moon. All right. Full moon, March 7th would be the worm moon. And this is good. It's going to be a moon in Virgo. So I'm just going to focus around March 7th. And then I'm going to focus, and these are going to be closing thoughts. March 7th, conclusions are within reach. Make sure, my phone's doing some funky stuff. Conclusions are within reach, okay? It's about to be clear. This may be hitting a Capricorn person, or it's around something that was established or was going on around Capricorn season, okay? An end of a tough cycle approaches, okay? Believe that what you're feeling, but make sure that when you're feeling this, it's balanced. Okay, emotional with the logical, but don't tear it up so much that you feel that you're like, oh, my intuition, I feel this and that. Do it balanced. Have faith in your dreams. It's time to restore that faith. And how are you going to do that? By taking steps forward. Taking steps forward to succeed, even if you feel you have a lack of. Expect powerful change. Be open to receiving. It's a give and take. This could be reaching a Gemini person, or it could also be about communication is the key. This may be affecting Scorpio people. It's time to release negativity, getting balance. Taurus, your message, your dreams need a practical plan. It's time to really sit there and know exactly what you want. See what other messages we got here. You won't know until you try. And you were to hold your vision, tunnel vision. You must hold your vision no matter what in March. Because this could be really good. This could be very, very good. Very good for all of you. But it's how you perceive it. Hold your vision. Do not let people take you off your course. Do not let events take you off your course. Do not let the feeling of lack of whatever it is, whether it's emotional, financial, whatever it is, physical, health. Pisces. You guys are going to like this. You're going to be like, wait a minute. Yeah, it's just recapping what I just told you guys. In Pisces season, which we're there, balance your practicality with your spirituality. You must do this. Zodiac sign Gemini. Answers you need are coming. Aquarius, time to show the world the real you. Leo, confidence is your key to success. Confidence. And this is just hitting some of the zodiac signs. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to shuffle it back around as soon as I think most of it's going to be right here. If it doesn't reach one of your zodiac signs, don't take, I mean, this is just a general reading. It's really going to be hitting these zodiac signs about this is what I feel. Leave fear behind, but take your brain along with your heart. Libra, the outcome is going to be a win-win. And that's, you got to put the intention into it. It's going to be balanced, bringing balance back into it. Aries, your message is time to take action. Move, get moving on it. Aries again, a fiery climax approaches. You determine how that fiery climax is going to be. Is it going to be a burden or is it going to be a blessing? Sagittarius, look at the bigger picture. See it from a different perspective. Work you may have. Do you need to twist and do you need to turn where the tree, where it had the apples and it had the balance? It was about balance. And it was all twisted up. Okay, so Sagittarius, no matter if you are feeling twisted up about a situation or a direction, whether it's right or wrong, look at the bigger picture. Also, if you guys need to, especially March, especially at the end of February, which is being recorded in February, guys, double check paperwork. Double check. Others of you, it's surrender to the divine. It's time to restore your faith, whatever your faith is to you. And some, it's about faith in your fellow man. And what I mean by that as well, you're guys going to know who has your back and who doesn't. In March, you'll also be asked about it. It heals the winter, and it literally takes and is coming back anew. So if you're needing healing, March is going to be very, very healing for you. Yep. All right, guys, I am going to do one card pull. That is the end of March for general. All right. If you guys want me to pull one card for you, all you do is put yes. That's it. And only Miss Erica, Miss Scorpio Sue. Because I'm feeling my internet. I don't know. It was doing pretty good, I thought. Whatever. Told you my stuff's not going to be perfect. Not all the time. As far as a reader, I'm perfectly imperfect as far as what I do. And that's how people need to take a viewpoint when you're walking into March. I'm going to tell you that right now. You're perfectly imperfect, but you know what? You got it. Big time. What? Yep, perfectly imperfect. Situations are going to be popping into your lives, but you're perfect. Nobody's perfect. That's what I get. This is another message before I even read those. Stop picking everything apart. If you're doing that, if you're picking people, places, all this other stuff, pick it, but don't pick it so much that you come to the wrong conclusion because you've chewed it apart that you don't even know your own truth. Dwelling in your truth. Forgiveness is going to be a big one, especially the end of February. Lines may be crossed. Forgiveness, if they are truly in your heart. Okay. Looking over my stove. I'm telling you, I don't know why I even put it there. The Black Moon, May 2023. That is sticking out in my head. Big time. But I'm telling you, Pluto enters March 23rd. It is not a time to mess around. You better know where you stand within your spirituality, yourself, everything. I'm telling you. There's no messing around. You've been putting something off. You're going to wish you had already listened to yourself and moved forward. So now, this is your heads up. Get moving. All right, what we got here? Erica. All right. If you guys do like my video, please give it a thumbs up. And you guys are welcome to hit the bell if you're not subscribed to me. And I will be doing some more lives. Not today, probably. Well, you never know with me. But I am going to try to work on something else real quick. Erica. Where do I want to go with you? One card. All right. For some reason, I'm drawn to the love deck. All right. I want to see something. Erica, I am going to pull another one. We got the golden mirror, Erica. So you've been doing some reflecting over a relationship. And this would have been like almost feeling you're going, it's a lack of. We've got the moon. This was highlighted especially around January, big time on your brain. I think you will still be kind of mulling this over around Cancer season. Your message is this is a new beginning. This is a new way. It's changing perspective, which you've been working on it quite a lot, I think. But you do have a minute or two where you sink back into this thinking of the past. People, places, and things that are meant to be in your life will gravitate back to you no matter what, even if you're separated. It's time for you to, your message is, start this new beginning, even if it's by yourself. Take those steps in don't tiptoe. It's time to place your foot forward and to begin this new beginning. All right? Even if you stand alone. I can see you guys on the TV. And I'm watching it go, kick, kick, kick. Looks like I'm possessed. Okay, so anyway, yep, your will have faith is what I get. Steps, a brand new beginning for yourself. But you have to put the intentions into it, and it's time to move forward. I think you're already starting on it. And this is a new beginning for your heart as well. That was for Miss Erica. Excuse me. Susu, or Scorpio Sue. Let's see here. Tell you what, that feed's not that hot, is it? You're welcome. Man, I hope I have that deck for you, Miss Scorpio Sue. I hear elevation. What are you elevated for? What have you elevated? I hear elevated. Sacred vision. Elevated. Sacred vision. Okay. Okay. You got the sacred vision. You got the sacred vision. All right? This is between you and another person. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. Okay? And this will help your soul expand. This is where you're going to be shining. So if you've been holding spiritually as well, you understand the connection between all things. It's going where you felt imbalanced and floating through life, not feeling connected spiritually all the time because there wasn't balance between it just wasn't balanced. You just weren't feeling yourself. March. The Band-Aid. Yeah, I'm not joking. Have you guys ever been sitting there and and yeah, it is. Your phone's always listening. So I might as well give it something good. And all of a sudden the Google ads are just what you talked about. That's not coincidence. Miss Monica. Monica. Let me see here, Miss Monica. Ooh. Somebody's getting ready to get their groove on. And what I mean by that, it's like you're walking through life. You're about to show people. That's what I get. You're on the road to success, Miss Monica. Spiritually, whatever this is about, already on that. You've got tunnel vision in the right direction. You're working with your emotions and your analytical all at the same time. And it's been a long road, a long journey. But you're about to drop some baggage. I think you already did. You're not looking back. You're on the road to success. It's been a long, wrong trek for the success, but you're not giving up. Why? Because you're going to succeed with the nest egg. You're turning your dreams. Success assured with good plans and hard work, and you're not afraid of hard work. Yep. So you have, whatever this is, external world, you're focused on the here and now. Why? Because maybe you want to take and finally sit back and relax and take, there is nobody allowed in this bubble. Just like that. I hear firm. You're standing firm. Nice. Nice. No matter what. Just like flies bopping off. You're just like, see ya. All right. That was for Miss Monica. But you got a groove to you, Miss Monica. And if you don't have, I think you've already getting it. You're going to be feeling much, you're feeling much different than you did in December. I'll tell you that. Let's see, who else? Carrie K. Carrie. What's we got, Carrie? Ooh, definitely has to do with money as well. It's time to rebuild. This is not just rebuilding around you. This is also rebuilding within self, spirituality, and getting balance so you're able to focus on what needs to be focused on. But you are rebuilding. You're rebuilding yourself. Yep. You are protecting your heart, rebuilding yourself, and you're about to show everybody who you truly are, which you're going to be shining. Yep. That was from Miss Carrie K. Anybody else? If you'd like to have a card pull, just say yes. At the end of this, we can just sit back and talk as long as, because my feed is kind of getting it's not the best internet, but hey, here I am. Ta-da. Okay, is anybody else? You want a card pulled? Just all you have to do is say yes. And if you guys do like my channel, make sure you go ahead and if you want to, hit the bell and then give it a thumbs up. And when I open up my other channel while I'm waiting to see if anybody wants to take and do that, I'll give you a little hint of what the next channel is going to be, which I will let you guys know because especially I'm on Facebook quite a bit, but I'm going to be literally on YouTube a lot. The next channel, I'm still thinking of a name for it because mine wasn't appropriate. No, but seriously, I'm going to do a second channel because I do a lot of other stuff too. I don't just do readings, but some of the stuff I started sitting back thinking about it. I don't want to incorporate it with the tarot. I don't want to incorporate it with psychic readings, right? Because people, as you're watching this, you're wanting to get balance, right? And some of the other stuff, and anybody who knows me, I have a strong personality, so I have a tendency to say too much on certain things. So anyway, the second channel is basically the lack of. I will give you the heads up on that one. If you're feeling like you lack of and you're looking around and say you go to the supermarket and maybe they have absolutely no lettuce. Maybe they had a recall, whatever it is. You're sitting here and you're like, oh my God, I can't, I don't have enough. And then you go over there and there's, well, I don't know, no butter. Oh my God, how am I supposed to? And then you go over and you go get some, there's no eggs. By now, you're freaking frustrated at that day, and the balance becomes unbalanced. It's a squirreled all over, right? So I'm telling you guys what this next channel is about, because actually I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it really is. But it's the mentality of lack of. All right. To show you guys, I was only in Arkansas. I have to wait until it catches up. I see it's not working. Am I back on? Yeah, I'm back on. Okay. You guys know have listened to me before. In Arkansas, it stuck out in my life. And we were actually off grid at that time. And so you had to deal with whatever you had there, right? I mean, we were making salads out of, it was not just what you would think was weeds, but it actually was nourishing, and it was actually stuff that's sitting around. So it's a lack of mentality. It's not just about, I'm not just going to show you guys how to eat a bunch of weeds. What I'm talking about is like the butter example. Oh, what am I supposed to do? I'm going to show you how to make butter in several different ways. There'll be one part on this where I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, but I don't have any eggs. Okay, well, I'm going to show you how to take care of your chickens. Or if you're just needing a substitute for your egg. Okay? Whatever it is that you're sitting here, it's a mentality of lack of. Gardening. Oh man, there's no salad. It's all been recalled. We don't have no lettuce. What am I? Then it caused frustrations. Then the 10 of Wands, because then you know how it all. It's like a chain event. What do you want? I'm losing people here. What are we at? You're welcome. So anyway, the channel itself, let me make sure that this is up. I'll tell you what, this feed is just funky. It's okay, I'm almost done. But anyway, and gardening, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you guys a heads up right here. Oh, maybe I wanted to garden, but that is our, this is crazy. It is our now mentality consumer of the lack of, like, if you don't have this and that, then it kind of goes crazy in your head. Okay. Literally cups, plastic cups, ones, your cat litter boxes, or not the boxes, the cat litter jugs. But you guys, you won't be lack of if you've got it right out your back door, or you have it on your patio. Some of this you can grow inside your home. Okay. Wherever you're at, there's always ways to make do with what you have, and actually on a budget like no tomorrow. And a lot of it you can do with stuff you have sitting around that you throw away, wouldn't think twice about. But anyway, even if you guys are sitting here going, well, I don't have seeds, I don't know what to do. I'm more into the no GMO, and that's really kind of how you want to get going. But I'm going to give you a couple ideas before I get off here, before I start this channel. So y'all have a heads up, and you can go spend $1 and have some seeds. Do this, and you shouldn't do that. Here it is. If that's all you got, that's all you got. But it's still food. It's still sustainability. You're still taking care of yourself. You're still taking care of what you need to. And you're learning. It's a learning expansion. And it's not just going to be about gardening. I'm going to tell you right now, you check out where it has those simple seeds. If 57 cents, maybe you have 60 cents. You're looking at all the seeds and you're like, oh, I really want to do this. I know I should. You know what? It may not be GMO, non-GMO, which is really what you need. But to start out, you work with what you got. There is that you have to have this or that. Okay. You have to work with what you got, right? If you go buy fruits and vegetables, or somebody gives you fruits and vegetables, maybe it's from their farm. Maybe it's from their farm. Maybe it's, who knows? Okay, maybe you get berry seeds. It's time to learn how to regrow those yourself. See how the lack of is being taken away? And it's going to take time, patience, knowledge. So even if you don't feel good and you're like, I want to do this, or you feel overwhelmed, focus. Put your mind into something. Sustainability. Chickens. They're trying to tell you about chickens. Go the opposite direction. You shouldn't. Oh, my Lord. Go look on my profile on Facebook, and I'm telling you right now, they always told us to take and have backyard chickens. It was a must. So blinders on, logical with your emotional balance. Get the facts. I'll show you guys how to do a bunch of stuff out of basically nothing. I will show you how to cook stuff I will show you simple ingredient recipes. There's just so much. And I'm an herbalist aromatherapist too. So I will be showing you guys all stuff. But I'm going to do this to where it's going to be, I don't want to do it on the tarot one because you guarantee opinions, lots of opinions, which is fine. They better know what their opinions are now. They better know what they want and what they do and do not like. And they better be paying attention, but not fearful. All right, let's see what we got here. But I had one of my friends, I don't think she's on here, but she said, why don't you call your channel A Barda's Simple Life? I don't know. I don't even know what to call it yet, but I'm going to be up and doing that, and I'm working on my online store as well. All right, guys, did I get everybody? Did I get everybody? If you're new and you have not got a card pulled, just say yes. I'm literally going to pop off here in 2 minutes. And like I said, here's your heads up, everybody. You will not know when I'm going to necessarily always come on. I don't always give a heads up. I'm going to be starting a new channel. I'm also starting I'm going to be releasing my online store, which at the beginning here and on my YouTube, there's the link tree. It tells you where to find me. Okay. So click on that link. That is me. And you can find me anywhere. So if all of a sudden I get quiet, guarantee I'm still busy. I just may be presenting myself somewhere else, or I may be working on this other channel. Okay. But it's going to be fun. I'm going to show you how, I've already got some ideas. You want to see, and I was telling my sister, and she's like, I'm like, I'm about to Arkansas you this stuff. You know, show you how to do stuff out of just stuff everybody throws away or recycles every day. Dirt? Oh, I can't afford the dirt. I need to get some Epsom salts and banana, and doesn't take much. Eggshells. Time for people to become self-sufficient and sustainable like grandma and grandpa used to do. And you're going to be doing this during your busy life, but you know what? You'll start feeling better too, because you're going to know what you're eating, what's going in your body. All right, guys, this is the end of this one. So I guess I will see you on the next one. But Facebook, I will be giving you, I usually do a lot of my stuff on Facebook. I am going to YouTube. I'm going to tell you a lot. I may be on Facebook here and there, but most of it's coming over to YouTube. So if you guys do like my channel, make sure you hit the bell if you want, give it a thumbs up, and then I will see you guys on the next one. Let me make sure I'm not missing anybody. You guys have a great day. It's time for me to get my perspective and figure out which one I want to start first. Talk to you guys later. Bye.